Hey guys, we're back for some more Historic Ladder. So after kind of the last video and my kind of abysmal run with the Izzet Wizards deck, I decided to kind of reshape the deck as I saw fit, just to make it kind of a bit more my style. So we're going to try this updated build. I've done just a couple games and it's done a little bit better for me. But here is the updated Izzet Wizards list, kind of the way that I'd like to run it. So it's way lower to the ground. I also noticed that like some copies, so some people running this deck were running Sleight of Hand, some people were running Consider. They're both like really busted cards, so why not run all 8? So that's what I'm going to do. So one of the things that I noticed is that like the expensive cards, Flame of Aenor and even Expressive Iteration, which you usually don't play until turn 3 because you want to be able to get a land out of it, etc., etc. I just kind of want to cut all that nonsense and just get it lower to the ground, super, super hyper aggressive. And so with that in mind, I decided to shave the lands down to 20 lands. Now that we have 8 different cards that help filter and draw cards for us, I feel like we can get away with it. I don't know how much we're going to feel the pain, but I decided to cut the single basic in the deck. Because if we get LD'd, the game's either going to be already over anyways, or we're losing that game or whatever. So why bother? Instead, I decided to put in an extra Shiv and Reef, just to get a little bit more access to all the colors that we need. I also cut Otawara because this deck only has 3 legendaries, and it just seems kind of like we could be doing better stuff with our time. Soken's is fine because it creates creatures, and Den of the Bugbear I like for that same reason. But Otawara, I don't think we need it. So I decided to cut it and then just have more kind of duels. So that being said, this is the updated list. I also added Monstrous Rage back in, which I was sort of toying with before. Monstrous Rage is actually hilarious with Dreadhorde Arcanist. Like, all of a sudden, if you Monstrous Rage this thing, and then it attacks, and then you can recast it on another creature, and then give them a monster roll token. And then also, after that attack, this thing is a 2/4, which means that it can recast Static Discharge from the graveyard. Like, it's just kind of silly in this deck. So, that being said, let's jump into some games. I'm excited. So yeah, basically this version is just throw out all the trying to get fancy nonsense and then just do stuff immediately. Lots of burn. Just go in face. My style. Very reminiscent of the mono red aggro deck that I ran in the last month in standard, but with Consider and Sleight of Hand, like, it's just got to be better, right? So I guess we'll find out. So I like this hand because we have a creature. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, is always have access to at least one creature in my opening hand. I don't know if that's right or not. Like, if I have a hand that I have like 2 Considers or a Consider and a Sleight of Hand but no creatures, maybe we still keep it. I guess we'll find out. Okay, this deck I have played a little bit on ladder. It just tries to go hard on the graveyard, so yeah, basically we just ignore their stuff and try to go face. And Monstrous Rage is great because then we can, this thing will still die, but we'll be able to blow past it with the trample. And I think we're going to do Play with Fire here too, just to start setting up our next draws. Yeah, I suppose we could use another one of these. That would be fine. Maybe we could do better. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Yeah, so I think we're just going to start filtering here. Or getting some card draw going. The nice thing about this deck also is that it just doesn't have... Oh, you know what? I should have done that end of turn on their turn so they don't Thoughtseize it or whatever. But the nice thing with this deck is it just doesn't have expensive cards in it, and I love it. Like, none of this 3 mana, 2 mana BS, you know, except for a couple static discharges. It just gets right to the business, and I love it. So if anybody else has already qualified for the qualifier weekend, which I think is going to be the 17th and 18th, if I think that's correct. So I did qualify for that from the end of last season, and so I'll be doing probably some best of threes here after I get more of a feel for the deck. But right now, just having fun, just trying to like see what works, what doesn't work. And I am loving this new approach to the deck. This is just great. This is so much more my style. Just get all those like expensive cards out of here. All right, we got plenty of land. Let's get Consider and just keep setting up. I think that we do want to kind of fight for board position here, just so we don't like make their Wizard Lightning cost 1. So I think we do Static Discharge here instead of playing Battle Mage, because they'll probably just kill it. So I think we want to start setting this up. And then next turn, like if they play something else, we can go like Balmor into Wizard Lightning on whatever they play. Yeah, definitely killing that stat. Yeah, so I think we want to go, like we could go like Soulscar Mage, Consider Wizard Lightning. I kind of want to get Balmor going. I mean, I can certainly understand doing Consider here, because they're probably just going to kill my Balmor the moment it hits the field. This is kind of like a less interesting target for them to kill. Yeah, I guess I could see doing it this way. Because they still have a ton of burn in hand. Okay, I guess we'll just keep the Consider train rolling. So yeah, I think they're probably holding Wizard Lightning right now for probably a better threat than Soulscar Mage, to be quite honest. So maybe we consider here and try to get the thing off the map before dropping Balmor. But, I mean, I think it's okay. I mean, like, to play Balmor here also. Yeah, and that feels pretty good. Flames is pretty nasty, that's for sure. So I think we just start beating face with some tokens here. It's not looking great for our heroes. So next turn they have enough for lethal even if we killed our Balmor. Yeah, so I guess if we block the Soulscar Mage and they have nothing else, we could hang on for a turn. So I think we sleight a hand here, find out what's coming up. I mean, the Dreadhorde Arcanist is great. The only problem is we will die if we don't take out that Balmor right now. Yeah, as much as I would love to get that guy going, I think we've got to take the Soulscar here. So yeah, now next turn, if we leave one of these back, we can block this, take 2 off the other Soulscar and not die. If they draw any spells, we're just done. Okay, we've got a chance. Got a lot of work to do, though. Alright, so let's start with Sleight of Hand. Play with Fire is a start. Okay, so now I think the play here is we play with Fire one of their Soulscar Mages, drop to 1, leave a blocker. See if we can last one more turn. And I think we might have gotten there. Can we cast this without dying? I think so. Alright, so we're going to do the attack, see if they don't block, which would be amazing. Oh, you know what? I guess actually we're missing out on 1 damage here from the static. Forgot. We should have done that before we attacked. But I think it's enough. Yeah, we have Exacxies here, so I think this is game. Whew! Squeaked it out. That was a close one. Oh, man. But yeah, this deck is a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying it so far. So yeah, with this hand, I think we... Like, we probably should keep the Play with Fire in case they have something that we need it for, but I'd much rather just not have it here and use... Because it doesn't kill, like... Especially if we're up against, like, the mirror match. It just doesn't kill all their stuff. So I think I'm just going to throw back the Play with Fire and just say, the hell with it. Like, Monstrous Rage plus Dreadhorde Arcanist it just feels so good when you do it. Especially if you have another creature, then you can, like, set up another monster roll token. Okay. Now, I do like Dreadhorde. However, we've got Symmetry Sage and a Reckless Charge, and I feel like it'd be criminal to not do this. I mean, this is like 9 damage, right? Yeah. Okay, I mean, I think this is... They probably have Wizard Lightning here. But I think this is still very close to game. And actually, this is really nice, because this actually protects one of our mages from Wizard Lightning. So, let's, I guess, get this party started. Yeah, this is actually kind of nuts. This is like such a beating against the mirror. See, who did they target? Okay, that one. I think they just die if we put it on the other one, but this is funny. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I should have put over here. I thought we would have enough for killing them exactly. This gets them to 1. Whatever. They phoned it in. Yeah, we should have put it on the other Symmetry Sage just to make sure that they... Or Symmetry Mage to make sure that they actually died. But it is nice that you can live through Wizard Lightning with Monstrous Rage. Might be the new tech. Anyways, yeah, I'm loving the new deck. And I think this is... way more my style for historic best of 1. So we'll get into some best of 3 a little bit later, but thank you guys so much for watching. By the way, if you are new here, thank you for viewing my content. If you like what you've seen, feel free to subscribe, share it with a friend, or drop a comment. And then let's take a look at the updated how we're doing. Let's see. So, okay, let's look at the current season. Okay, so actually, the nice thing is this thing started at 25% win rate when I was using the old version of the deck. Um, and now it's up to 60% win rate, so very happy with that. Version 2, which is the where I sort of put all the stuff in and took all the nonsense out, is at 83% win rate, so 5-1. But yeah, very excited, and we'll see you in the next one.